Yo, what's going on, guys? C4RQ here with another countermeasure video. This one is going to be about cross-up wrecker into back turn and the mix-up that comes after. So I've got some good news, bad news. I guess it depends on if you're a Leo player or not. This is like a half OS, half reaction thing. If you don't know what an OS is, it stands for option select, where you just input a sequence and it's meant to cover multiple options, basically. The problem is some of the cases are going to be character specific, so you're going to have to test this for yourself, and you're going to have to kind of feel out what one's better for your character, whether it be using a dash or a throw. So let's start with a brief overview of back turn. I'll do a better video describing all the stuff Leo can do in back turn, but for now this is just for the mix. The key part of the mix is that the back turn K, that's 5 frames. Back turn H, which is the overhead, that's 18 frames. So quick maths, that's going to be 10 frames altogether. Well, around 10 frames, it'll be a little bit more. And the overhead's 18. So you want to block low for say about 13 and then stand block for the overhead. Right. Like I said, this is going to be, not only is it character specific, this also has to take into account that the person you're playing is doing real Leowoki. So yeah, you might try this and it won't work on certain players because they're going to be freestyling. But if they're doing actual setups, then this should work more or less of the time. What I mean by proper setups is the first attack needs to be meaty. So Leo can get a meaty back turn S from cross-up wrecker. I've got that recorded. I've done about 10 recordings. I'll try and go through them really quickly. He can get a back turn K meaty. The problem with back turn K meaty is backdash avoids it. Now, when you do back turn S as a meaty, the move is active for more than 4 frames because that's how much backdashes are invincible for, and it will catch you on the other end because it reaches so far. So it's one of the few meaties that I've seen from 3 weeks into the game that is truly good to do meaties, because you can't jump it, obviously you can reversal it if you've got one, but you can't backdash it. So you have to address the move. There's a lot of moves that are done meaty that you can backdash because they're either not active, the active frames aren't long enough, or they just don't go that far to catch you on the other end. So anyway, that's what you have to keep in mind. This is designed for this sort of setup. Okay, so it looks a little bit like that. Hold up back, that, then hold back, and then depending on if you've got a read, if you can react, or your character, you want to backdash or throw. From when I tested it, you can sort of react. I'm a pretty mediocre player. A good player could probably react and then pick the option which is better. The reason it's good to pick one of the options is because one loses to a certain technique and vice versa. So the throw beats cross up like a double dash. It beats throw, but it will lose to the overhead because you won't be in range. But if you time the OS properly or implementing the OS properly, you'll be in block stun anyway, so it won't come out. You'll just block the overhead. The dash though, it beats, it loses to a few more things. For example, what happened there, I should have lost, but I mistimed it. But K dash into another button, that will beat the dash. So will another cross-up wrecker from back turn. The strength of the dashes, the back dash, is you punish way harder on certain things that the throw does punish, but you obviously just get way more damage. For example, back turn heavy slash can actually punish that. If you block a back turn S and you go into the overhead, there's a gap in there where you can backdash and you can make the overhead whiff. Also, the command grab from back turn, you can dash that, throw that. So I'll go through some of these examples. These are all the low ones. There you go. So you can see my import. I did press dash. I didn't get it, but I still blocked the overhead, which is fine to a degree, because if they stance cancel it, they're plus, blah, blah, blah. But it's better than getting hit, right? There you go. There was one other thing. It will probably pop up when I see these situations. Oh, the FD part, right? So with the FD, that is purely there to be low, back turn K, back turn K. Now, with certain characters, when you do that, the second K will whiff. Leo's not one of them. He's too much of a big body. So even if you insta block the first, sorry, even if you FD the first back turn K, you have to deal with the second one. The second one will still reach. But smaller characters like Milia, once you've FD the first back turn K, the second one whiffs. Didn't mean to block it. So, the timing. The timing is you basically want to do the free, which is the direction, down back, and the FD as soon as the Leo's dashed. That's what I'm reacting to. So as soon as the Leo's done that, I'm doing it. These mix-ups aren't too strong. Back turn P, for the most part, if you FD, you won't reach. I thought I did have a command throw one in this set. Maybe it's in the other one. But the key one here is the low for sure. Or the low dash low, which the dash works on that as well. One more. Ah, there you go. I stood up too early. So, like I said, it's not going to answer all your problems. But let's get to back turn S stuff, right? That, I'm glad that one happened first, because that is the one that the OS will not beat. It just won't beat that. Back turn S, stance cancel 2K. That's what the real dark Cleos are gonna do to you, because that is super strong. It doesn't look that good, but it's insanely strong, especially when all the other Leos are conditioning people to block high over back turn S. So the reason it's strong, for a little bit more detail, is when Leo goes into back turn K, he has to go into S, then into H, or he can go K into P, which that's a mid as well. Once he goes into S, he can't go back down into a low. He can only go to overhead. He can go into command grab, overhead, stomp, and that's pretty much it. But you can stance cancel and 2K, which combos, and it's very hard to get out of. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that one's in there. I have to leave some tech for my Leo brethren. So yeah, that one, no bueno, mate. You're gonna have to hold that one. Oh, why is it just gonna keep doing it over and over again? Are you trolling me? This is on random, by the way. There we go. So let's see if I get the same one again. Ah, there you go. And I backdash the overhead. Perfect. Couldn't avoid the back turn S delayed. Yeah, very hard to do that one. Like I said, that button is so good. There we go. So I get the safe jump. There we go. So yeah, safe jump on flash kicks and DPs. Pretty good stuff. If I do this now with the throw instead of dash, oh, would help if I block in the first place. See if I get to throw anything. Oh, damn, that's no good. No bueno. I think to a degree you can sort of react after back turn S to see what happens next. But then he's got a lot of options. You can't be brain dead with the OS, clearly. Yeah, and as soon as you stop being brain dead, you'll get strong again. But I do think just the initial motion of down block, walk away, that's good. The button or whatever you decide to do after that, I feel will vary from player to player or opponent to opponent. But the initial crouch initially into stand, it's very good. I feel you can react to if they do a double dash. That's when you can throw like instantly. You have to pay attention basically. You're reacting to the first dash anyway with the block. So if you see anything after that that looks like Leo's moving, then you should just probably instantly press throw if you can. Obviously it's not that easy in the heat moment. Messed it up, no problem. But yeah, hopefully this helps some people out there. I know Leo's not, you know, fun to deal with on defense. Missed the throw, feels bad. But yeah, hopefully this helps. I'll be doing more videos in the future. I'm gonna focus more on helping Leo, I guess, instead of showing people how to beat him. But for now, there's 2 videos in the King's Dictionary dealing with cross up, and now when he gets into cross up, what he does in back turn. Hopefully it was helpful, and yeah, keep checking out the dictionary. I'll be putting up more content on there, some more like universal stuff like how to implement training in T mode, and maybe some like counter plays to specific attacks in the game, like Soul Far S or Billiard J Hate, something like that, but we'll see. But yeah, take it easy guys, peace.